Okay then, I'm going to record how you should be answering this question. So particles can move into and out of cells by different processes. Figure 2 shows the different particles inside and outside of a root hair cell. So all of this is all about the movement of particles, So let's take a look at the particles we've got. We've got a water molecule, we've got a phosphate ion, magnesium ion, and we've got this cell here labelled as the root hair cell. So the question states, explain, so I have to say why. The processes by which the different particles would enter the root hair cell. So I'm going to have to focus on each of these particles and explain how they would enter the root hair cell. So we've got the water molecule. How does water move from the outside to the inside? Now hopefully most of you remember that water moves by osmosis. So that's our first one. Now our second one, phosphate ion, and I'm going to explain why it moves by osmosis and how in a moment. Next one is the phosphate ion. So on the outside I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So phosphate ion moves from a high to a site that's only got 2 phosphate ions, so it goes from high to low. So because this is high to low, this is diffusion. This one is diffusion. And then, last but not least, we've got a phosphate ion. Now hopefully just by hearing, we've got magnesium ion, hopefully just by hearing osmosis diffusion, you're remembering from your lessons the third type of transport. And let's take a look. So on the outside I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, not many. On the inside I've got quite a lot comparatively. So on the outside it's a low concentration and it's moving in where it's a high. So the magnesium ion moves by active transport. Right, now we're going to go and have a look at answering our questions. So we're going to break them down one by one. So the first one I'm going to go for is water. Okay, water. So the water enters by osmosis from a dilute, which remember is a high concentration of water, to a concentrated solution. So it goes from a dilute to a concentrated solution, and you'll remember concentrated solution is a low concentration of water. And then just to make sure I'm showing that I really know this, I'll write across a semi-permeable membrane. So really all I need to do there is I need to know the definition of osmosis, and once I know the definition of osmosis I'm able to answer this question and just state that the water is moving for that reason. Right, next one I go is to the phosphate ion. So let's have a look at the phosphate ion again. The phosphate ion moves from a high concentration to a low concentration via diffusion. So, phosphate ion enters by diffusion. Now I've got to state why. And the reason is it enters via diffusion because, there's my key word, it is in a high concentration outside, moving to a low concentration inside the cell. Job done. Right, my last one then is my magnesium ion. Right, my magnesium ion, remember, moves from low to high, and that was active transport. So here I'm going to go, enters via active transport, and then remember it's an explain, so I've got to say why, because it moves from low to high concentration on the inside of the cell. Now, one thing I'm going to make a note of, just because it is active transport, this process requires energy. There we go. There is our answer for 6 marks. So you can see the way I've separated this out. It says by which different particles. So I'm going to focus on each particle as its own section, and I'm going to explain why. So water enters by osmosis from a dilute, high concentration of water, to a concentrated solution, low concentration of water, across a semi-permeable membrane. We call it partially permeable membrane as well. Phosphate ion enters by diffusion, because it's in a high concentration outside, moves to a low concentration inside. And magnesium ion enters via active transport, because it moves from a low to high concentration inside the cell. This process requires energy.